So I was with a friend of mine, and he said we were having a conversation. I told him, one of the best advice someone could have given me was, don't go to university. Invest in a skill set that will help you one day. So when I told him that, immediately he was like, "Why are you saying that?" Because from the part of the world we are, it's only school in a way that can save you. Because if not school, you just have to be a peasant on the roadside. That's just begging. So we're having this conversation back and forth, and I was like, "Bro, listen. The world we live in now, the only way you can make a living that can sustain you without being in a way enslaved under someone or working for someone's dream is just just build a skill or learn a skill set that can solve problems for people." And I was like, oh, I'm making sense. Because when you think about it, coming from where I come from, this part of the world, let's see Ghana, yeah. Let me just take it Ghana because I'm a Ghanaian. The minimum wage of a Ghanaian per day, not even an hour, per day is 14 cedis. Yeah, let's say 14 cedis. That's $1. Just a single dollar. That's a minimum wage for a single Ghanaian in a day, not even an hour. So let's say when you work for 30 days consistently, you only earn, let's say, $1 times 30. That's $30 in a month. That's even that's almost times two a minimum wage of a person living in the United States working for an hour. For me now, I just completed university, so I'm now offering my national service, and we get paid. That's 559 cedis each month. Yeah, by the end of the month. Let's say 559 cedis converted into dollars. That would be like, let's say, approximately 14. That's almost $20 or $30. That's how much I get paid a whole month for working national service. So it's just like it doesn't add up. Let's say I work 30 40 and I get $30 a month for a whole year. That's almost like 30 times 12. That's $360 for me working my ass off a whole year. $360. That's crazy. That's it's just crazy. I'm speaking for myself, but low-key, I'm speaking on behalf of, let's say, every youth in Ghana as well. Because it's just crazy how you can just waking up at 5 a.m., closing at going to work, starting work at 9 a.m., closing at 5, coming back before you do everything, you have your shower, you eat. It's almost 10 p.m. You have to go to bed, wake up again, repeatedly for 365 days, excluding Saturdays and Sundays. Yeah, of course, you don't go to work some weekend, and you earn $360. That's just mind. It's just crazy. So, okay, after I completed this thing, what's the name? Uni. Even before I completed, like my mindset started changing. I was like, no, bro, I can't do this for my whole life. I have to find something better to do for myself. So I can just, cause for me, like my, let's see, how would I even put this? Everything I'm doing now is for my mom and my siblings. That's just because I'm the elderly. When I mess up, everybody mess up. So it's like I've got the responsibility on me to do something that can just help my three siblings and my mom out. That's just that just sums everything. So after uni, I just stumbled on. I was just going through learning some things. I said, oh, let me just learn some skills in Microsoft Excel. Let's see. So I started learning about Excel and copywriting, but I wasn't done with that. So one day I was just going through my TikTok and I just stumbled on this guy called Iman, Ghazi. So what he said was, he said something that like immediately he said, why do you work for someone's dream when you can also build yours? So immediately I was like, damn, that's crazy. So I was like, no, this is different. This I haven't thought about this in years. It's in years. So I was like, oh, let me check this guy out. So I went to his YouTube and I started watching his YouTube. That was 2 years ago. So I started watching his YouTube. Almost each day I watch almost just at least two of Iman's video. So he started catching up to me. So one day I watched one of his video and he said he runs an agency called Grow Agency. Oh, fuck. Grow Your Agency, yeah. Just oh, let me check this out and let me just subscribe and let me see what's there. Maybe I can learn something. So when I went there, I had to pay 1,000. That was a crazy. I had to pay 1,000, thousand some. I forgot it. I've just forgotten. Taba is above $1,000. I was like, bro, even if I worked and saved for, let's say, I earned $360 a year, and I'm supposed to save all of that. Let's say I won't eat, because at least my mom will feed me. I won't eat. I save all the $360. I have to work for 3 years, or no, over 3 years before I could save to buy this course. So I was like, nah, this is not for me. So immediately I just backed off. So I just backed off and I was like, well, let me do my normal runs and let me see what happens. So I was going through one day, and I was going through the TikTok and I stumbled on him again, and he said something again, and I was like, nah, let's just see, because I know before I can subscribe to this course, I have to just work for 3 years, and that's almost impossible. So I just had to sometimes when I watch him, it's like he's very like amongst the YouTubers I've watched, he's the one that gives you like head-on like straight keys to what you're supposed to do to get to where you are supposed to where you want to be in life. It's like he gives everything heads on. He doesn't move to the corners and be like, no, subscribe to my channel, this. No, he gives you everything head on. But definitely doesn't give you everything 100%, because you have to go subscribe to the agency, buy the course, and get everything there. So I was like, no, this is not for me. So I started following the YouTube, because he gives a few keys in his YouTube every now and then. So I started following the YouTube, doing whatever he said you should do. Just grow agency, do this. But sometimes when I watch his videos, or when I watch his Instagram lives, or whatever he posts, when I watch it, it's like sometimes he doesn't consider some parts of the world, let's see, where some of us are from. Because whenever he talks, it's like he talks from the perspectives of Asia, Europe, the Americans, and even when he talks about Africa, it's only South Africa he talks about. Because I'm sure, yeah, he has a villa there, so definitely he lives there and he understands the geography of the country. So that's one thing I think I was stuck with him for like almost a year, and I was like, nah, it's like he doesn't think about the down part of Africa. It's only South Africa. Yeah, it's only South Africa. When you always talk about Africa, it's like he's only talking about South Africa. So I was like, nah, this guy, it's not for me. So I watched another video a week ago, and he said something again, and he was like, you can do this, whatever, from every part of the world you are. And I was like, this guy is like, he pulls me 10 steps in, then he pulls me 5 steps back. So it got to a time I was just fed up, and I said, no, let me just do whatever he said we should do. So I started creating an agency, like just the surfaces, just created and this thing, what's the name? Oh, I just made a Canva, just created an agency, just posted a profile on my Facebook and my Instagram, just doing some petty things. At least I know I'm moving in the right direction, or at least I'm taking few steps, because I really needed this. I really need this because I can't. Because I can't feed my mom and my siblings of $360 I make from the national service. So I was like, no. So recently, he made a video that usually I don't have any bad, or I don't know how to say. There is no malice I have on whatever he says, because I know he truly wants to help people. But it's like, from the part of the world I am, it's not in his, let's say, in his books, or let's say he doesn't consider the part of the world I am. So I just take it like, if he only sees this video, at least he should consider in his next video, or because sometimes I don't think he would consider it, because recently he made a post on his Instagram live saying, just ask him a question. So I just asked him a question. I'm sure I'm one of the first people that asked him a question. Maybe one of the first, or I was among the first. So I was like, in your videos or in your posts, do you consider any African countries apart from South Africa? So he didn't reply to that. He didn't reply to that. So I was like, maybe he didn't say it, or maybe my thoughts are right. I was like, oh, okay, I will. Let's just see. But it's crazy because I know he genuinely wants to help people, but the parts of the world I come from, you only have to be a criminal. Let's say, in quotes, a criminal. In one way or the other, you work for the government, you are the youth, you gamble to make a living, you fraud to make a living, or you have to follow the system. The system that's just making you just minimal for you to survive your just to survive. Because in let's say specifically Ghana, you just work to survive. If you're not a criminal, that's just it. You can't do anything. Even when you have a skill set, let's say you have a skill set, let's say you are good in Excel, people would rather employ their family members who are not good in what they need. Let's say the company's needs an Excel expert. People would rather employ their family members or siblings or people they know who are not experts in that field than rather employ the expert who is in that field that they don't know. That's just the part of the world we live in, and it's crazy. Sometimes I just think I'm one of those guys from, let's say, Ghana or West Africa, or let's say the down part of Africa, who always watch his channel. Because usually when I always watch his channel, I read the comments and I don't see any African person comment. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. So I know maybe he won't see the video, like he didn't see the question I asked on his Instagram page, because maybe the part of the part of the world I am